Welcome everyone to another video. My name is Hagop, aka Hags, and today we're going to look back 6 months now. It's been throughout the year, halfway through of 2023, and I'll be telling you how far I've come. So let's get straight into it. Beginning of January exactly, and this is where we re-rented my first property I ever bought. It's got such a sentimental feeling, this property. Firstly, because it was the first one I purchased, and second of all, it's just the whole memory of going to it and viewing it, etc. And this property I bought, if you don't know, I have made a video actually on this property, so go check that out. But I bought this near the end of the second COVID. It's done so well for me, not only resale value, but of course the rent value of it. Unfortunately, the tenants living there didn't want to extend. They were looking to move on, move somewhere else, etc. Nothing to do with myself. I am an amazing landlord. I make sure my tenants are happy. But we're listed on the market sort of beginning of January after New Year's, where there was more demand because, of course, as you know, for Christmas and New Year's, everyone sort of stays where they are, they stay put, and of course they then move in January. So waiting until January, we re-rented it out, we put it on the market, and within, I want to say, a week of it being listed, it flew off the shelf. We had it on, we had one block viewing with, I think it was around 7 or 8 people that came to view. Believe it or not, renting is crazy at the minute. I mean, I say that, it's always crazy anyway. We did have a void period of about a month, just under a month or so, purely because I didn't want to list it for Christmas. So I sort of thought, let's just sit on my hands, wait, and we'll get the most profit after. Hello?
Hello, am I speaking to Hagop?
Yeah, speaking.
I'm calling from yes, this call was in regards to...
That's it, yes.
Yeah, the market has been completed at Land Industry.
Perfect. Okay.
So
Great.
we have the new title deed.
Perfect.
So,
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
thank you, Hagop.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Apologies about that phone call. It was about this bungalow actually, and Land Registry have finally completed the online process. Usually this can take so long, but we finally got it. So now I'll just collect the paperwork and we'll go on, because sometimes I flip the property and Land Registry haven't actually processed it yet. But anyway, let's carry on with the video. So we rented that property out. That was perfect. Did have a void period, but what can we do? That's fair. That's perfectly fine. The next property, and it's this one to be exact. I purchased this one, well, I put my offer in around the end of January, beginning of February, and it took around a month or just over a month or 2 just to complete all the paperwork, etc. Because when you're buying a house, sometimes the paperwork can take a bit of time, sellers might take a bit of time, etc. But I collected the keys to this property about April or a month or so time. I say about a month now I've had the keys, and if you haven't been keeping up with the series, we are literally past the halfway mark already, and the amount we've done to this property is incredible. So hopefully in a month's time we will have this complete. But we collected the keys to that, I got my builders come, and it was just go, go, go from there. And this is a process I find a lot more comforting, especially now I have builders who, I mean, my builder's like my best friend now. I see him almost every day. We speak all the time, and we just trust each other. And he knows what I like, I know what he likes. So for me, this is more of that easier part. So we've had this for a month now, and everything's been going well so far. I can't complain. So hopefully within a month or so time, this property will be complete and listed on the market to resell. So that's the plan for this property here. The next update I've had in this 6-month review is I've had an offer accepted on another property elsewhere. And as you know, with this current climate, you really want to be careful and be very, very picky with what you purchase, especially when you're doing it up, etc. Because the end value isn't such an easy thing to predict, because of course you don't know where the market's going. No one does. You can take as much opinions as possible, you never know. So you just want to create that cushion, just so when it comes to reselling that property, you know, if it really gets to that worst case scenario, you are still fine. And that's exactly what I've done. But thankfully, the market is still absolutely held out. Resale value is still the same as it was sort of last year's time. Of course, it's slowed down slightly, but we're still talking about the higher figures, so I really can't complain with that. But going back to, like I was saying, with the property offer accepted, that offer got accepted again about 2 to 3 weeks now, and we're just going through the legal papers as we speak. Fingers crossed that goes through perfectly fine. So far, everything is looking good for that property. This property sold in January, and I called the agent. I said, have you sold this property yet? Because it didn't say sold or anything on there, it was still on. And they said, yes, we've just sold it, unfortunately. Then comes to about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the agent calls me and says, this has fallen through. The owners just want to get rid of it now. Would you like to come and see it? I'm gonna do a full video on this, hopefully when I do get the property, so I don't want to give too much away, but I managed to get this property for what it was listed at, how much I got it for, is around 25 to 30,000 pounds less. I know that sounds absolutely bizarre, but genuinely, creating connections is what gets you far in property. Knowing that estate agent, knowing that solicitor who would do paperwork very quickly for you, and then the builder and so on. It all falls in line together. It's purely a domino effect. And if one domino isn't there, then the process stops until everything gets carried on again. That property is hopefully going to be completed in the next couple of weeks. And again, I'll do a full tour of that. We'll do another series on that. So again, like this video, subscribe and comment, because we've got more series and more videos coming out. And that will be a flip project as well. But there we have it. That's my 6-month review. Let me know down below what you think. I've been Hago, aka Hags. Don't forget the name. And yet again, I'll catch you in another